Now at 6, flames burning out of control. A fire sends firefighters racing West Richland. Plus an expensive problem that costs all of us. Find out how much taxpayer money the state spends after wire thieves strike.
And we're starting to see our temperatures turn around as we heat up significantly by the weekend. I'll get you prepared with my first alert forecast.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 6.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Well, tonight the Yakima County coroner is back to work after an incident with sheriff deputies that ended with the coroner in handcuffs.
The Yakima County prosecutor opted not to file charges against Jim Curtis, saying he accidentally knocked down a deputy while experiencing a mental health crisis on March 10th. Curtis voluntarily entered an inpatient treatment program for PTSD after that night. KAPP KVEW's Emily Goodell spoke to him about the experience and his plans moving forward. This is an interview you'll only see on KAPP KVEW local news.
People who are, they say, suffering from PTSD, they are truly suffering. They're truly suffering in their own little prison inside their minds.
It's a prison Yakima County coroner Jim Curtis knows all too well. He lost his dad at 13, spent decades as a first responder, and was diagnosed with PTSD in 2015.
Basically, it's an accumulative injury to your brain. There's always negative thoughts. They're continuous negative thoughts from the time you get up and the time you go to bed. Just day-to-day challenges that we all go through can be overwhelming, and the person is in, we call fight or flight, and over a long period of time it's pretty detrimental.
Some cope in harmful ways.
For myself, it was alcohol was how I was trying to adapt and cope with it. That was used mainly so I could go to sleep at night. Numerous nightmares, even to the point where I would get up and be fearful of going back to sleep.
He was told he needed treatment but refused to get it because of the stigma.
People would see me as weak or less than, but these are stories that I would tell myself, and it's part of the PTSD. And so that, and then the embarrassment of it and the shame of it.
Then his worst nightmare happened, a mental health crisis on March 10th that brought deputies to his home.
That was the worst event in my life, and to have that publicly displayed, it was very painful.
But it was also the catalyst for him to enter into an inpatient PTSD program for first responders at Deer Hollow Trauma Treatment Center in Utah.
I was there for 40 days, 12 hours a day. It's a lot of work, some of the hardest work I've ever done in my life. After treatment, I feel like total freedom and very, very trusting of others. And I haven't felt this good about myself again, like I said. So it was a great experience for me.
That's why he plans to start a support group with locals who have gone through the same program. He also hopes sharing his story will break the stigma that kept him from getting treatment for so long.
My worst nightmare happened. But in a way, it's a blessing because now I'm hopeful that it gives me a venue to get the information out there to help others, to let other people know that there is help out there and you're not the only one that's dealing with this.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, KAPP KVEW, local news.
1 in 3 first responders has PTSD, whether they know it or not. If you think you might be one of them, you can reach out to Deer Hollow by calling 1-888-5-WE-KNOW.
Several fire agencies were called to battle a large vegetation fire today in West Richland. Crews in and around Benton and Franklin counties were called to the scene when the blaze broke out just after 11:30 a.m. The flames were spreading fast near Canal Drive and East Grover Prairie northeast. They had to work to stop the fire from jumping into a nearby neighborhood. At this time, the cause of the fire is under investigation.
And access to Bateman Island in Richland has been closed off after officials say a lightning strike caused more than 2 acres to burn there. Firefighters from Richland, Pasco, and West Richland battled the flames for several hours after the strike set a large area of dry vegetation on fire. Nobody was hurt, but there is no timeline on when the island at the causeway will be reopened. You can find information on the City of Richland's website. Jason, this comes after fires last week, fires this week. It's just a lot of fire out there.
We're just glad there wasn't much wind this
Today,
morning.
yes.
That hurt firefighter efforts. But yeah, we had that at the
Columbia Park.
Columbia Park last week, yeah. So we're hoping this isn't a trend. It's just a surprise.
Be careful. Don't set off fireworks, please.
Please, absolutely. And Canada is dealing with it already.
Yes.
So let's take a look outside at our lovely Geesa Stadium sky cam. Dust Devils getting ready for another game tonight. What a beautiful day, though we do have just a little bit of shower activity. If you're driving between Tri-Cities and Connell, there's just little mini showerlets there. And we are seeing some showers, including some thunder and lightning in the Cascades and in the Blue Mountain region. So if you're doing some traveling, you may just run into it. So 74 right now in Yakima as we're starting to warm up, though we are looking now at upper 80s to lower 90s for your weekend, not those mid 90s we were looking at just yesterday. So a little bit backing off on our highs, but still we're going to be well above our average as we get to our weekend. 77 for the Tri-Cities, that's about right at our average. So we're going to be in the upper 70s to 80s tomorrow. We're just going to continue to build up towards that weekend. Can't wait to tell you about this wonderful Mother's Day weekend coming up in my full forecast. That's later in the show.
Tonight, an apparent swatting incident that impacted several Eastern Washington school districts is under investigation. Walla Walla Public Schools got calls that referenced Wahai. Schools in Dayton, Pullman, and Spokane also received calls about violence. Those did not turn out to be true. There's no word yet on where those calls originated.
An update now in the case against a man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students. A new attorney has joined Brian Koberger's defense team. According to court documents, Alyssa Masseth will serve as co-counsel. She is qualified to handle capital punishment cases. However, prosecutors have not yet said if they will seek the death penalty. Koberger will face a preliminary hearing next month to determine if there's enough evidence for him to proceed to trial. Meanwhile, a somber weekend ahead for those close to one of the University of Idaho murder victims. This Saturday, thousands of University of Idaho seniors will graduate college. One of those students was supposed to be Madison Mogan. She was murdered along with 3 other University of Idaho students last November. A second victim, Kaylee Gonzalez, had been set to graduate last December. To honor both students, the school will give Kaylee and Madison posthumous degrees in their field. Ethan Chapin and Jana Kernodle will both receive posthumous certificates for their studies.
This morning, top lawmakers in the Oregon State Senate met for the first time since Republican senators walked out 1 week ago. The Oregon Capitol Chronicle reports the meeting this morning did not end the walkout. Republicans are pushing to set aside nearly 24 bills. Democrats are calling that proposal a kill list. Without Republicans in the chamber, though, the Oregon State Senate cannot vote on any proposed laws. There is a new deadline this year, though. In Oregon, state lawmakers can no longer run for re-election if they have 10 or more unexcused absences from the legislature. Here in Washington, Governor Inslee is officially taking back the order requiring COVID-19 vaccines for some state government jobs. While Washington's COVID-19 emergency order ended last fall, some executive cabinet and small cabinet agencies still required vaccines. Starting tomorrow, they will no longer be required. But the governor's office says Governor Inslee is planning to sign a budget soon that will give some state employees a $1,000 incentive payment if they keep their vaccine status up to date with recommended boosters. And Washington Public Lands Commissioner Hillary Franz has announced she's running for governor.
Governor Inslee said earlier this month that he's not planning on seeking a 4th term. Hillary Franz became the Commissioner of Public Lands in 2017 and since then has focused on getting the legislature to invest in wildfire prevention. Franz says she's running for governor to protect communities' land and water and to address the housing crisis and income inequality. Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson has also announced plans to run for governor in 2024. Well, $120, that's how much some parents across Washington will receive for each child they have enrolled in public schools, no matter their income. That money will come in the form of an EBT card going out in the mail for summer break.
Yeah, the money could go a long way for families in the summer, but others might actually not need it. New at 6, Vanessa Perez explains why for some this money does mean relief.
Having access to food beyond the school year is critical for all students. Mom of 6, Lori, received last summer's round of funds. She's looking forward to them this time around.
Eggs are twice as expensive, cereal is twice as expensive. So to have that a little bit relief come this summer is a nice thing for myself, and the other moms that I were talking to were like, this will they like to eat lunch. They like to eat dinner and snacks, and everything's just really expensive. So having that relief benefit coming is helpful to everybody.
Gagnon believes families will be able to breathe a sigh of relief during the hot summer.
These are kids. The money is for the kids, regardless of if other people need, if they have enough. The kids need food. And right now, even a little bit, even if you have money, it's a help.
Schools in the district are in the community eligibility provision, meaning all students have access to free breakfast and lunch through the year. The superintendent says this kind of support is more important than ever because of inflation.
In order for kids to be healthy and happy and learn and grow, that access to nutrition is critically important. And so that's an area that becomes part of our mission, is supporting families in our community in that process. And we know that food insecurity is a real issue and a real hardship for our families.
Making meals accessible outside of schools.
That was Vanessa Perez reporting. And for families who haven't received an EBT card before, you'll get a letter and cards in the mail. If you don't need the funds, you can decline the benefits. Those funds can't be gifted or donated.
All right, good to know. That's coming up. Well, it's a popular place for outdoor recreation in Washington, but soon rules take effect to prevent wildfires from accidentally starting there. Details coming up.
Plus, the community shaken. A float plane crashes into a suburban Washington neighborhood.
Goodness. Also a costly problem. Crooks ripping off taxpayers. Learn how much your money has gone to repairs left after wire thieves strike.
And we'll introduce you to an impressive Eastern Washington teen who's done something most people her age couldn't even imagine. You're watching KAPP Local News at 6.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Keep a flock healthy and happy with the largest selection of purina around. Plus, all the equipment you need to keep the farm running right. And we have the best customer service. We really do. Northwest Farm Supply in Hermiston, Prosser, and Othello.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Now is the time for a new bath from Bathfitter. Every Bathfitter bath is installed quickly, safely, and beautifully with a lifetime warranty. Go from old to new, from worn to wow. The beautiful bath you've always wanted, done right, installed by one expert technician, all in one day. We've been creating moments like these for 35 years, and we're here to help you get started. Book your free virtual or in-home design consultation today.
What attracted me to working at McCurley is just how much they do for the community. I mean, they do a lot for therapeutic riding of Tri-Cities, which I have a personal connection with. My son Caden, he has autism and he goes there. What I love most about what I do is I am a champion for my customers. We care about our customers and making sure that they get into the best and safest vehicle possible. I'm Taylor Boyce and I'm driving change at McCurley Subaru.
Find your way home in a new Subaru from McCurley Subaru of Yakima, and together we can make this world a better place.
We're seeing customers come in every single day. Pros are using battery equipment.
Making the switch to battery was one of the best decisions that we made as a company.
We made the switch to battery-powered equipment to be ahead of the industry.
It's made in America, and I wanted something that was built here.
This is where the world is headed. It's better to be ahead of it now than get on it later.
Built for you. Built for work. Real steel. Find yours.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines.
What? Multiple lines?
Hello? Yeah, one sec. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data.
Just one line with unlimited data.
So you don't have to get more lines than you need.
No, you hang up.
Are you even listening, guy who never looks up from his phone?
Oh, not for me, I just say it.
Okay, so no, you're not listening.
Get one line for $29.99, plus every plan is price protected. US Cellular, built for us.
It's time to get the tax break you deserve this week at Walker's Furniture, as they offer a double discount with 18% off. Or no minimum purchase, no money down, 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
There's no better time to freshen up your living room, dine in style, or get that bedroom set you've always wanted. Plus, get a double discount or 5 years financing with 60 equal payments.
Making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less at Walker's.
Portion of KAPP KVEW sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
New tonight at 6, a float plane crash in western Washington. This happened in Lakewood, which is southwest of Tacoma. It's between Stillicum Lake and Gravelly Lake. 2 people survived the crash, but they are still in critical condition tonight. Firefighters say the plane went down in somebody's yard. You're looking at the wreckage here. There's just not much left. It did not hit anybody's home, and as you just saw, the plane caught fire. Most of it burned. There's no word yet on why the plane crashed.
Goodness. Also new at 6, Washington wants to stop dangerous and expensive crime, wire theft. Taxpayers bear the costs of stolen wire and damage to the infrastructure that the thieves leave behind. WSDOT says wire thieves happen almost daily across the state, possibly because of the rising cost of copper. The agency released this video last year showing a man in reflective highway vest allegedly stealing wire in broad daylight. The State Patrol eventually arrested him. WSDOT wants the public to report such cases. As of this April, the agency says wire theft cost the state and taxpayers over $850,000 since 2021. The agency says it's taking measures to deter theft, such as replacing valuable copper wire with less valuable aluminum wire and making utility infrastructure harder for crooks to access. Summer target shooting rules take effect next week for the Venus Wildlife Area. It spans more than 150,000 acres between Yakima and Ellensburg. Starting Monday, May 15th through the end of September, target shooting, which includes the use of Sheep Company Road shooting range, can only take place between sunrise and 10 in the morning. The reason? To reduce the risk of sparking a wildfire. On June 1st, steel targets will not be allowed until the end of September. And a reminder, exploding targets, tracer or incendiary rounds are never allowed on land managed by Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife. The agency has restricted target shooting on the Venus Wildlife Area every summer since 2012 due to previous wildfires and dry conditions.
Well, the National Significant Wildfire Potential Outlook is normal for the state of Washington through June, although in July and August, parts of central Washington are expected to see above normal risk for a big fire. The good news is, while we are seeing some areas right now that are abnormally dry, there are also a couple of areas of the state in moderate drought. You can see here that the U.S. Drought Monitor doesn't have any water warnings for most of our area. Last year at this time, around half the state was seeing drought conditions, with most of Grant County you can see here in extreme drought already. An official declaration of the end of cold weather this season in Washington. State Route 20 North Cascades Highway officially reopened this morning for spring and summer. That happened around 10 this morning. Something to notice in this picture of the highway from New Halem, just how deep blue that sky is.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
It's almost as blue as our background, Alyssa. Good Wednesday evening, everyone. We still have a little bit of pillowy clouds coming out and just a little bit of showers, but very light or even not even coming to the ground. But you could see just a little bit of a shower activity. I'll show you that in the radar here coming up. So the heat is building, sunny and nice. And my goodness, a hot Mother's Day is on the way. So we are definitely building towards well above average temperatures. So let's start with the temperatures. 69 right now for Walla Walla, a little bit chillier than our other areas. Ellensburg, Pendleton, 70. Other than that, we're in the mid 70s. Again, that's right around our average for this time of year. But we're going to be seeing that building up and up until we get to our weekend. So tomorrow we're going to see around 80 degrees, upper 70s, and we'll be getting to those lower 90s to upper 80s by the time we get to our weekend. Now, we were expecting even warmer conditions for our weekend, but we're taking a few degrees off. Just the the qualities aren't coming in for those mid to upper 90s at the moment. So backing off just a little bit on that. We are seeing just a hint of shower activity between the Tri-Cities and Connell, some pillowy clouds there. And again, we're seeing a little bit in the Cascades and the Blue Mountain region. So do get ready if you're doing some traveling. Even some thunder and lightning is involved in those. And we're seeing it just a little bit of thunder and lightning right by I-90 there as well. Very small lightning, but still, it is in our area. As we head into Thursday, tomorrow, we're going to be seeing some shower activity again popping up, Blues and in the Cascades. But as we head into Thursday night into Friday, we are going to see just across the board plenty of sunshine. That's going to continue into your Saturday and into your Mother's Day on Sunday. We'll see more cloud coverage as we get to Monday and into our next work week. But folks, it is going to be just sparkling. So get your sunscreen out. Make sure you hydrate with a quick heat up like we're seeing. Your body just isn't used to it. So as we're looking at our winds, seeing a little bit of winds coming in from the south into Toppenish, in from the mountains. Other than that, we're looking at those light winds, very light. We do expect those light winds to continue into tomorrow. And then as we head into Friday and into our weekend, we're going to see them slowly start to build. For your weekend, we will be seeing around 15 mile per hour, possibly 10 to 20 mile per hour winds. And then they'll slow down into our next work week. Still right around 10 miles per hour, so a little bit of breeze. So in our overnight period, we're going to see those clear skies continue. And again, a little chilly this morning. It's going to be very similar to what we saw this morning for your morning tomorrow morning, mid to upper 40s as we head into our Thursday, getting close to that weekend. Mostly sunny skies, upper 70s, lower 80s. Still a lovely, lovely Thursday is ahead. And we're going to be seeing those lovely conditions continuing into our weekend. Look at all of this sunshine. Again, lower 90s, then we'll be in those mid to lower 90s in our next work week as the heat is sticking with us. Overnight lows also will bump up into the 60s as we get to Saturday late night. So folks, for the week ahead, plenty of sunshine. In the Yakima region, mid 80s by Friday, and then upper 80s Saturday, Sunday, and into our next work week, and possibly just a little bit warmer. So folks, get ready for a beautiful Thursday on the way and a beautiful evening tonight. And we're just going to see more sunshine, more or less light winds until the weekend, where we'll see a little bit of breezy conditions, but beautiful conditions are on the way through at least your Mother's Day Sunday.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Homeowners, Washington is moving to renewable power. Consider an investment in green energy. Rooftop solar with Solar Power Northwest, a true one-stop shop. Solar Power Northwest, a better way to solar.
At the Blue Mountain Station Cooperative in Dayton, Washington, we offer you the Pacific Northwest's finest local products. Fresh baked goods, locally grown produce, artisan cheese, fresh roasted coffee, wine, honey, and so much more. We invite you to explore Dayton today.
Here's to the moms, mamas, and mumsies. They deserve the mother of all Mother's Day treats, a DQ cake. With layers of creamy, world-famous soft serve, and a delicious fudge and crunch center. Conveniently customizable and ready for pickup from the DQ freezer. So grab yours. And let's raise our red spoons to a cake as sweet as she is. Aw, DQ, happy tastes good.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Luxe Craft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan at Floor & Home by Carpet One.
Come see us at Floor & Home. Let us help create your space.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Make an experience this weekend to Vapiano. Relax in the country, experience the wine, and share in the joy. Vapiano awaits you and your friends. Make it a day to remember. Vapiano Estate and Winery. Slow down, enjoy the journey.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, an Eastern Washington teen will step into the national spotlight. She's flying to New York to give a TEDx talk, and she's only 14.
This is pretty impressive. Sindhu Surpanini of Liberty Lake began to teach art online 3 years ago during the pandemic. In 2021, she received a Presidential Recognition Award for more than 500 hours of volunteer work. Her TEDx talk is titled The Art of Rewriting Your Story, Sharpening Your Mindset.
Kind of about how there's going to be like negative obstacles in your life and how you can't let them break you down and you have to get back up from them because good things will come over time.
This is her second TEDx talk. She credits the pandemic and having a lot of time on her hands that allowed her to work on her creativity and passions to get where she is today.
All right, and she sells her artwork and has donated more than $20,000 to organizations that help homeless and low-income families. You see people like this and you just go, we need people. It's so good to see that there are people like this out there.
Yeah, I thought I was pretty put together at 14, but that girl, man, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was not totally put together on that, but congratulations to her. All right, folks, we'll be right back.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome to Tony's Fig Cheese Pizza. How can I help you?
A large pepperoni pizza, please.
Every pizza is made from scratch daily using our secret dough and sauce recipes.
You will love Tony's Bichix Pizza.
Welcome to the Spectrum Lab, where we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999.
Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest internet speeds in the nation, so you always have the speed you need for all your connected devices. This guy gets it.
Advanced Wi-Fi comes with state-of-the-art security and privacy, which automatically blocks online threats on all your devices. If it's connected, it's protected.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
At Spectrum, we're always working to bring you better ways to connect.
You think they noticed the orb? I think so. Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-823-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $2,100 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
At West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, we are open from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m., Monday through Friday, plus Saturdays for when the week gets to be too full. West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental Pasco, stunning smiles for the whole family.
When it comes to supplying the farm, come to Northwest Farm Supply. Your hometown store has a wide selection of everything egg-related. Plus, we're the largest Purina dealer in Hermiston. Products you trust from people who care. Northwest Farm Supply in Prosser, Hermiston, and Othello.
Oh my gosh, Chris Bryant, Freddie Freeman, hustling in for the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu? Oh, 5 iconic flavors here for a limited time, like new peanut butter puppy chow.
Wow.
And s'mores is back.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow is right.
Hey guys.
Whoa.
The new DQ Summer Blizzard menu. Hustle in before it's gone.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Whether you're looking for your next houseplant, getting those spring flowers in the ground, or planting your dream garden landscape, Queensgate Gardens is the place to go. Queensgate Gardens in Richland. Let's grow together.
It's great to see ya. Come on down. Welcome to Sea Galley. Dinner tonight or the Shipwreck Lounge. May I suggest our surf and turf special, prime rib and crab.
Welcome to Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. How can I help you?
A large Mexican pizza, please.
Every pizza is made from scratch daily using our secret dough and sauce recipes.
You will love Tony's Bichix Pizza.
Well, after leading the series, a tough dose of reality for the Seattle Kraken.
You know, we're saying anything can happen in the playoffs, right?
Yes.
Well, they faced the Dallas Stars last night, Game 4 of the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. This time, the Kraken were playing on home ice.
Yes, Dallas scored the first 4 goals, and the Kraken just could not recover. Dallas wins it 6-3. But again, if you remember, the night before, the Kraken scored 5 in a row and won that one big. The series now tied at 2 as the teams head back to Dallas for Game 5 tomorrow night at 6:30. And then it would be, so Thursday night, Saturday night, it'll be in Seattle for Game 6. That is guaranteed. And then if they go to a Game 7, that'll be Monday night.
And the way things have been going, it feels like we're probably going to get a Game 7.
It does. But anyways, the magic's still there. Just there's a few bumps in the road.
We're definitely going to be cheering them on.
Yes, you got it.
Now tonight, a new recommendation to provide the birth control pill without a prescription. We're talking about that in just a moment.
Also, the case of the found keys. One woman speaks out and says it involves a strange scam that has targeted her family.
A library and community center planned for Union Gap is now taking a step closer to reality. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
Now, KAPP local news at 6:30.
Federal health advisors are now recommending that a decades-old birth control pill be sold without a prescription. The vote today paves the way for what could be the first birth control available over the counter in the United States. This recommendation is not binding. The FDA is expected to make its decision on the drug later this summer. But there have been a lot of pressure to make birth control pills available over the counter, as they are in more than 100 countries, since Roe v. Wade was overturned last year. Advocates want one specific birth control pill, it's called the O pill, available to people of any age without a prescription.
It is just super exciting that we've gotten here at this moment. It's really historic so that they can access contraception more easily and be able to make those decisions that they want to make about their health and their families.
Washington Senator Patty Murray praised the advisory panel's vote today, calling on the FDA to trust the experts and saying they must not delay in making the pill more accessible. Even if the FDA votes to approve the request this summer, it'll likely be months before we see a change on store shelves.
Meanwhile, rules allowing patients to get controlled substances from doctors via telehealth now extended through November 11th. The pandemic public health emergency ends tomorrow, May 11th, and the rule enacted during the pandemic was set to expire then. It allows doctors to prescribe medications through those for ADHD through telehealth visits. The extension means new doctor-patient telehealth relationships that begin after November 11th will have to follow pre-pandemic controlled substance prescribing rules. Before the pandemic, rules required at least one in-person doctor's exam before those drugs could be prescribed.
All right, let's talk weather now. Take a look at this. Our photographer was out today and got a time lapse of clouds building up around the Tri-Cities. And typically, Jason, this would look like a sign of storms, but you've been telling us we're not really expecting any rain.
Right, but it is a sign of just little showerlets at times.
Okay.
And again, usually that dries up before it hits the ground. But we are seeing just a little bit of shower activity, but not too much. More or less, plenty of sunshine. Let's take a look outside. Again, looking at our Legends Casino Skycam, Toppenish area. Some fluffy clouds there as well. We do expect to see much less clouds as we get into Friday and into your weekend. We can see between Tri-Cities and Connell just little bits of storm activity and a little bit more in the Cascades and into the Blue Mountain region. So do get ready for, again, more sunshine on the way. 74 right now. We're right around our average for this time of year. Not too much wind today or wind tomorrow. We'll see winds pick up just a skosh as we get into our Mother's Day weekend, and we should be in the lower 80s to upper 70s tomorrow as we slowly warm up. Clear skies overnight. Folks, can't wait to tell you about that Mother's Day forecast that's coming up later in the show.
Tonight, a man accused of spraying bear mace into a vehicle in Kitsap County is under arrest. Lionel Donovan talked with the victims, who explained what led up to the incident.
On May 4th, Juliana Hills and her friends decided to head out to the Port of Manchester to celebrate a birthday. Hills says things were going well at first, but then a man in a white robe approached them.
He starts yelling about how he's going to jump in. We kind of start egging him on, and then he's like, no, I'll only go if one of you jumps with us. And we're like, okay, no. So we start walking back. He starts yelling at us, and then his wife starts yelling at us, and we're like, okay, this is weird.
Hills says when the group got to her vehicle, the man followed them, yelling that he had a gun. But things took an even more dangerous turn once Hills and her friends got back into the vehicle.
He throws my car door open, and then he looks me super calm in the eye and says, now you can't run, reaches into his pocket and unloads I want to say like this big bottle of bear mace into my eyes and everyone else in the car.
Hills says she and her friend Vince still carry scars from that night.
So that happened
From running.
Yeah, running. Yeah, I just fight or flight, and that's flight because you're not fighting when you got bear mace.
And other grim reminders of this random act of violence.
I'm gonna get the seats redone at least with my insurance, but definitely gonna throw this away. I really don't want to look at it and be like, yeah, I got maced, you know?
Kitsap County deputies posted video of the incident on social media, releasing images of the suspect's identifying tattoos. After a tip from a resident, deputies were able to make an arrest on Tuesday.
He is going to face at least 3 counts of second-degree assault.
That was Lionel Donovan reporting. Making national headlines tonight, no deal yet on the debt ceiling. President Biden holding a meeting with the Gang of Four Tuesday without resolution. The president is planning to conduct another meeting on Friday. Raising the debt ceiling means that the country will be allowed to pay debts that it already owes. Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and congressional Republicans are insisting on spending cuts before they approve a debt ceiling increase. The White House wants what they call a clean bill with no preconditions. Unless we get a deal, the country could hit default as early as June 1st. Experts say that would have a global impact.
The gross national product might contract over the following 12 months as much as 6 or 7%, that millions of jobs would be lost.
Economists also say a debt limit default would ruin the nation's efforts to stem inflation. Now, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell has told the president not to try and get around Congress and use the 14th Amendment to raise the debt ceiling.
Relief for grocery shoppers. Bureau of Labor Statistics data finds prices dropped in April. Milk down 2%, fruit and veggies dropped 0.5%. Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs also taking a slight dip. Dining out, though, getting more expensive as restaurants' pricing climbed nearly 0.5% point in April.
And Social Security payments don't go as far as they used to. In fact, buying power has dropped more than a third since 2000. That's according to the Senior Citizens League. Now, to put that in perspective, seniors would need an extra $517 per month for their benefits to go as far now as they did 23 years ago. Social Security provides annual cost of living increases, but that has not kept up with inflation. Benefits have gone up 78% since 2000. Retirees' average expenses have spiked more than 140%.
Right now, the southern U.S. border is readying for an increase in migrants seeking refuge as Trump-era Title 42 restrictions end tomorrow. ABC's Tim Pulliam is in Texas with the latest on how the Biden administration is preparing.
Right now, the number of migrants arriving at the U.S. southern border is growing, according to officials. They're walking, hitching rides, many asylum seekers desperate to enter the country. ABC spoke to Mildred Paz from Venezuela. She gave birth to her daughter, Melanie, unexpectedly in the dense jungles of Panama and kept walking. She says the trip has been so difficult with no money, no nothing. We've been hungry, cold, everything. But thanks to God, we are here. Mildred and so many others like her who survived the trek to the United States, hoping to make it across the border. Many migrants are sleeping on the street. Immigration officials warning many of them they could be detained and deported. In Brownsville, tragedy for more than a dozen migrants when they were hit by an out-of-control car. 8 were killed, several more were injured. The driver facing manslaughter charges. He did not enter a plea. The influx in migrants to the border is due to the end of Title 42, COVID-era border restrictions set to expire Thursday at midnight. President Biden says the problems at the border are about to get worse.
It's going to be chaotic for a while.
Today, the Department of Homeland Security saying the administration is ready to respond to any potential crisis at the border, but need more help from Congress.
The kind of migration we continue to see today requires more resources we have requested and have not received, clearer authority, and modernized processes that only Congress can deliver.
DHS also announcing new restrictions for asylum, requiring asylum seekers to have first been denied asylum in another country and to have obtained an appointment at a port of entry using a government app, steps that advocates say violate U.S. law. The administration is also opening temporary pathways to parole some migrants into the U.S. The federal government says it is prepared to handle the increase in migrant crossings, but that is estimated to be more than 10,000 per day. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Allen, Texas.
Looking locally tonight, Union Gap's new library and community center is one step closer to opening with a groundbreaking ceremony this afternoon. The old library building was deemed unsafe in 2012 and demolished in 2015. The new building will be right next to City Hall and the police department. It will include a community center and, of course, the library. It'll also host the Meals on Wheels program for seniors in Union Gap.
As time goes on and as technology develops, libraries become more and more and more important. Important for our youth in our community that need a place for after-school programs.
Once the Union Gap Library and Community Center is open, it will be the 17th library in the Yakima Valley Library system. Coming up tonight, a Washington woman claims her family has been targeted by a strange scam. Why strangers are showing up to her home with keys and demanding cash.
And find out how warm our weekend could get. Your First Alert forecast is next. From KAPP Local News at 6:30. Stick with us, everyone.
This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Like it or not, evil followed me right there.
Thursday night.
Could this doctor have ordered the murder of his ex-girlfriend's lover?
The Deadly Love Triangle. This is Revenge, the 2020 special. Thursday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
What is a leader? Someone who has backbone, resilience, determination to put a stake in the ground and get their hands a little dirty. Arrow Construction Supply has been the Northwest's leading provider of asphalt, concrete, and erosion control industries. From homeowner do-it-yourself to large commercial projects, we have everything for sale or rent to get the job done. Your locally owned and operated Arrow Construction Supply, leading the way and hitting our mark for 30 years.
There's no other word quite like home, because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging, and that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home today in a new Mazda from McCurley Mazda.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Drs. Kopstein and King for a free live webinar May 18th at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with the product so good you'll never have to replace it again. All roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
The electrifying rock stars from the original cast of the Broadway production now in concert. This is Broadway's Rock of Ages Band. Live and in concert. Friday, July 21st at Legends Casino Hotel. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Broadway's Rock of Ages Band, performing the monster hits that helped define the 80s.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest membership savings book arriving in members' mailboxes this week. Inside, you'll find 16 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for your patio, pets, and more. At Bi-Mart, our members get more value every day.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Tonight, a harassment scam allegedly targeting an Olympia, Washington family.
They say strangers have shown up with keys asking, sometimes demanding a reward. Drew Mickelson explains.
They're all the same. They look harmless enough, a single key and plastic keychain. But each key unlocks another uncomfortable encounter.
He goes, I have your key and I want my $500.
For over 2 months now, people have come to Emily Bergkamp's front door for good reason, they think. They all found a key saying $500 reward if found, with Bergkamp's name and address and the Star of David, the symbol of the Jewish faith. But the keys do not belong to the Bergkamps.
It is harassment. It's meant to intimidate our family by sending strangers to our house who think they're going to get money. It's pretty rough stuff.
So many people have shown up, the Bergkamps put up a sign informing people of the scam and to leave the keys as evidence. Most do leave the keys and move on, but some have pounded on the front door, yelled obscenities, even approached the Bergkamp boys playing basketball out front.
We never know how people are going to respond when they come to our house and they find out that there's no money. This is a scam harassing our family.
The keys, more than 40 so far, have been found at bus stations, parking lots, and on sidewalks in Olympia and Lacey. The family is not Jewish, so they don't know why the Star of David is on the keychain. As for why Emily Bergkamp would be targeted, it may be linked to her job.
I am a woman working in the public sector in a leadership position. I make difficult decisions all the time.
She's the interim GM of Intercity Transit, the bus system for Thurston County, so she's the boss for 400 employees. Whatever the motive, she hopes it all ends soon.
I really just would love this to stop and for the person who's doing this to be held accountable, because it's not okay. This isn't who we are as a community.
Well, then tonight, check this out. Google says it's adding artificial intelligence to its search engine. That means you'll eventually start to see some AI-generated answers at the top of the results when you Google something, instead of just getting website links. For now, you do have to opt in to the artificial intelligence program. It's called Search Generative Experience, or SGE.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday evening, everyone. We've made it to midweek. Look at this lovely scene we have. Again, another picture postcard from our Columbia Point Skycam. And we have more of these conditions on the way. It's just going to be getting warmer and warmer. The heat is building, and we have sunny and nice conditions continuing, and a hot Mother's Day on the way, but maybe just a little bit cooler than we were expecting just yesterday. So we are looking at those mid 70s right now, 67 for Walla Walla, 70s for Ellensburg and Pendleton. So we're right about where we expected to be for today. We're kind of right around that average. Average for the Tri-Cities is 75, and we're going to continue to build up as we move along into our weekend, and we're going to get to the 80s tomorrow or near it for our areas, and then just continue to build up for well above average for our weekend. Looks like it'll be about 15 to 20 degrees above where we should be. So a nice little Mother's Day weekend. We have just the littlest bits of shower activity north of Tri-Cities into the Connell area. We do have some showers that are a little more sustained for the Blues and in the Cascades, and those will continue into tomorrow. But as we get to our overnight period, we're going to see mostly clear skies, maybe a hint of haze coming in. And then as we get to the afternoon, a little bit of shower activity for our mountainous areas, but those will move along pretty quickly. And as we head into our weekend, it is going to be just superb. Also great traveling weather for heading to wherever mom lives, if she lives in the Northwest. So should be very ample time to do that. And again, just the sunshine, the heat, it should be just a lovely weekend ahead. So for our wind speeds right now, we are very light. We rarely see 1 mile per hour. We rarely see that. We're seeing just very light winds. We're going to continue to see light winds for your Thursday. Then we're going to see it slightly start to build up for your Friday and into our weekend as we see between 10 and 20 mile per hour winds for Saturday and Sunday. Bring in maybe some well-needed breeze as we're seeing that warm conditions come very suddenly, and it is going to be hot, folks. So again, sunscreen, make sure you're hydrated this weekend, especially if you're outside. Overnight tonight, our lows are going to be in the 40s. Again, 42 Pendleton, 43 for Ellensburg, and we're going to continue to see nice conditions overnight into tomorrow with more sunshine on the way. So mid to upper 70s, lower 80s. Again, we're just incrementally getting warmer as we're moving towards that Mother's Day weekend. Should be very, very nice. So let's take a look. 7-day forecast. Again, 87 by Friday for the Tri-Cities. Lower 90s for your Saturday and Sunday, and then possibly just a bit warmer as we get into our weekend. So do get ready for that. Just gorgeous conditions on the way. As we move into the Yakima region, a little cooler, 85 by your Friday. Upper 80s for your weekend into Monday, and we're looking at lower 90s as well as we get to our middle part of our next work week. So Mother's Day on Sunday, just beautiful. And as we look at our overnight lows, we're going to be warming up there as well. We're going to be in those mid 60s by the time we get to our next work week as well. So this is all abnormal for this time of year as we're looking to continue that warming trend into our next work week. And then it does look like we are going to cool down a bit by the time we get to our next weekend. So we're of course keeping a close eye on that, but do get ready for plenty of sunshine on the way. And again, for your Thursday tomorrow, expect plenty of sunshine as well. Light winds and highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Should be nice. All right, folks, we'll be right back.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took forever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bath Fitter will remodel your bath in as little as one day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Why buy a mattress from Mattress Depot USA?
Low prices.
Every day, we beat any competitor's price.
Selection?
All sizes and brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic.
Customer service.
Our sleep specialists average 10 years in the industry. Check out our reviews.
Comfort guarantee?
120 nights worth.
Same-day delivery.
Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Local?
Born here, live here.
Come see us today.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your club wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
Did you know the most common mosquito in our area can travel 5 to 8 miles? Here at Benton County Mosquito Control, our objective is to provide effective mosquito control for your home, neighborhood, and community. Our friendly mosquito control technicians use mosquito population monitoring, educational programming, and a variety of field techniques to reduce mosquitoes in your area. Reduce areas of standing water around your home to help control mosquitoes. For more help, give us a call or visit us online at www.mosquitocontrol.org. Benton County Mosquito Control, where your comfort and health become a priority.
Hey fans, it's Eric the Peanut Guy from your Tri-City Dust Devils. The team is back at the ballpark this week, Tuesday, May 9th through Sunday the 14th. Friday, May 12th, it's school night and family feast thanks to Polish Homes. Throughout the game, enjoy $2 hot dogs, ice cream sandwiches, Coca-Cola products, and more. Come out Saturday, May 13th for post-game fireworks presented by Columbia Basin Hearing Center. For tickets, visit DustDevilsBaseball.com. Dust Devils Baseball. It'll blow you away.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Welcome back. Tonight we're getting a better look at human DNA. This is a project that involved key input from researchers at the University of Washington.
That's right. Scientists have had a DNA template that they use for research for decades now, but it was mostly based on one person, which doesn't help us when it comes to learning about diversity. Now scientists are building what they call a pangenome, a DNA template built with information from dozens of people all around the world.
Overall, the pangenome reference, which actually includes multiple human genomes of diverse origin, will help us and other scientists as well as clinicians to actually better diagnose and treat diseases in the future.
Researchers say the next step is looking for pieces of DNA that can basically be turned on or turned off in ways that impact genetic disorders. So very interesting. I hope that gentleman's mustache is part of the DNA. It's a very nice mustache.
In the list.
All right, folks, we'll have a final look at your weather when we come back.
Rubble. 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 These are our best burgers ever. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Stan, who is that?
Okay, Roy, I went to the basement, found a weird portal, went through, found myself in a prehistoric valley, talked to a couple dinos, told them about Triple Play. They wanted to check it out. Here we are.
Wow!
Hi, Roy.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She'll leave whenever we're ready.
I'm ready.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again.
With the heat and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. Call today to receive 0% financing on approved credit.
So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let M&M Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Shelter. Out here, it's the most important thing. But the good thing is, my Ford F-150 provides enough power to keep working.
Get a great deal on an F-150, only at your local Ford dealer.
Are you making these money mistakes that will
ruin your life?
Act rich, get rich.
It's new. It's gross. It's Bitcoin. Crypto, baby! Are you wondering, how am I making money? How am I traveling the world and just living my best life? Well, it's pretty easy, okay?
See what I mean? Let's talk about managing your money in real life.
Mom, get out of here!
Thank you.
Find a healthier approach to money at Giza. Make your first move with battery power made by STIHL. Right now, save $50 on the FSA 57 battery trimmer. Real STIHL. Find yours.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry.
Load up, wolves!
Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
You love a cold, refreshing soft drink from McDonald's. So we've got even colder ones.
From frozen faves to our new lemonade. Get any small for $1.89. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This newscast sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Welcome back. We're taking a final look at your forecast. It's just beautiful out there over Giza Stadium.
Oh my goodness, and the boys of summer out there, even though it's spring. And let's take a look at what you can expect overnight and into tomorrow. Clear skies across the board. Overnight lows, mid to upper 40s. Tomorrow, lower 80s, upper 70s. And then we're going to get to the mid to upper 80s by Friday. And then those lower 90s to upper 80s by your Mother's Day weekend. Fantastic conditions are on the way.
All right, thanks, Jason, and thank you so much for watching. KAPP KVEW Local News is always on at yaktranews.com.